The one-arm press has been an exercise that is highly revered in the strongman challenge since the early 1900s for good reason. It is one of the strength exercises that not only challenges absolute strength in the prime movers, but also the global and local stabilizers. Any weak link will lead to an inefficient press, so in my opinion, it is a way more functional exercise as compared to the barbell bench press. Without further ado, let's begin the setup. A heavy press fails the minute you place it wrongly in the palm of your hand. Each part of the palm placement activates different muscles on your arms while pressing. Placing the bell lower on the palm activates more of the triceps, which is what you want when pressing, whereas placing it higher on the palm activates both the biceps and triceps. However, activating the biceps inhibits maximal contraction of the antagonist, which is the triceps, and it makes pressing less optimal. Next up is the rack position. You can either clean the bell into rack position or false clean the bell into the rack position. If you are unaware of the right way to clean the bells, you may refer to our previous tutorial here. I like to coin the one-arm press the body press because of where it is initiated from. Power and strength is initiated from the ground up. Therefore, you want to initiate the lean of the weight on the side you are pressing. In the press, you want to depress the shoulder and shelf the elbow into the hips so you relax the prime mover, being the shoulders. From here, initiate the drive from the hips. The minute the shoulder raises, you have started suboptimally and rely on your very small muscle group, the anterior deltoids, rather than your entire torso. And more often than not, you will fail when it comes to a heavier bell. As you know, the most efficient way to get from point A to B is one straight line. As you press, you want to press the bell upwards to the point that is about the level of your forehead before externally rotating just enough for a comfortable press. When training for hypertrophy, there tends to be an external rotation in the press, but it creates too much of an open kinetic chain as the moment arm is too far from the center of the body. A major disadvantage for your obliques when pressing heavy. If the shoulders go directly upwards into shoulder flexion, the shoulder will hit a roadblock at the height where the palm meets the forehead. This happens due to an anatomical nature of the shoulder when flexed. When going for more than one press, you want to ensure you pull the bell down just like doing a pull-up. This is called the active negative. This ensures that your prime movers relax when it doesn't need to work. Do this by pulling down with the elbows rather than bending from the elbows. This is how a press looks like when it's done efficiently. When it comes to the double kettlebell press, the technique changes a little as you do not have to leverage to power from the waist. That being said, you still want to relax the primary movers being the shoulders when you have finished your concentric movement on the press. Before executing the double kettlebell press, you want to ensure that you rack the kettlebells with a shoulder width or biacromial width position utilizing the neutral grip. Before the press, you need to load the synergistic muscles in what is termed the triggers before the press. The trigger is done by depressing the shoulders to load the lats. This allows your prime movers to take a back seat so you do not fatigue it before the press. Just like the one-arm press, you do not want to elevate the shoulders before pressing. Upon pressing, the path of the press remains the same as the one-arm press. Upon descent, just like the one-arm press, you want to imagine doing a pull-up so you can relax the agonistic muscles being the prime movers for subsequent presses. Give the one-arm press and double kettlebell press a go, and you will find there is no exercise in comparison for the upper body that is functional, powerful, and have a carryover effect to your other modalities of pushing.